We're live.
All right, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. It is January 21st, 2026, 10:30 a.m. My name is Anthony Archie, District Counselor for District 2, and we're calling the UED meeting to order. First order of business, we call the meeting to order. Item number 2, resolution authorizing payment of $15 million to Malcolm Scott and DeMarco Carpenter, plaintiffs, and Lovey attorneys at law from the sinking fund as a payment of a judgment and attorney fees awarding in case number 17-CV-400 Malcolm Scott and DeMarco Carpenter versus City of Tulsa et al. This comes with the emergency clause, and Mr. Becker is with us.
I am Chad Becker from Treasury here, as always, to provide council assurance that there is a sufficient balance, cash balance in the sinking fund to pay this judgment ahead of the levy placement on the tax rolls. The judgment has obviously been approved by the court and the mayor, and with council's approval, finance will issue payment to the claimant, and then we will forward the necessary paperwork to the county to levy repayment to the sinking fund. Normally these judgments are levied over a 3-year period. This one will be levied over a 10-year period, similar to the last large judgment that we had. And because I know council is always interested, current balance in the sinking fund is just a little over $122 million. Had our large influx of property tax.
That's right. I was thinking about the last
direct
number.
deposit.
Property tax.
It came
I'm
in.
sure Councilor Lakin would have been correct with his estimate.
I thought he would have said about 70.
I was gonna say 52.
We have Christina
gotta
Grace
ask.
here
Yeah.
with questions.
Christina Gray, litigation manager at City Legal. Again, this relates to the 1994 shooting wherein Mr. Scott and Mr. Carpenter were convicted, eventually had their post-conviction relief granted, and then filed lawsuit. The city council, by way of executive session and then coming out and voting, has approved the amount of the settlement, as has the mayor and the court. This is just to remove the money from the sinking fund at this point.
All right. Does anyone have any questions? Mr. Becker, you said normally it's repaid over 3 years, now it's 10. Is it because of the amount?
So there's a state statute that allows in certain cases to extend the repayment levy over 10 years. And in this case, we optioned that to mitigate the impact to the sinking fund and the property tax levy. So it spreads the payment out more so that we're not going over the mill rate that we generally like to maintain, and can still allow for the general obligation bond issuances that we have planned going forward without overtaxing the citizens and the property tax rate too bad.
We had to ask the court for the approval of that, and the court and the other party approved it, and it's part of the journal entry. The judgment in this case specifically allows the 10-year extension on this one.
And Christina, this suit began in 2017,
Yes, sir. July of 2017.
so this is a long time.
It's a long time going. Yes, sir. Related to a homicide that took place in 1994. So, various reasons for why it took so long. There was a stay related to some other things. So, but yes, sir, it's a long pending lawsuit.
Anyone else? All right, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 3, resolution approving the allocation of downtown redevelopment funds in an amount not to exceed $2,800,000 to assist in the construction of downtown housing, including certain affordable housing units pursuant to the agreement to provide development assistance for downtown development and redevelopment funds between the City of Tulsa and Tulsa Authority for Economic Opportunity, in accordance with economic development incentive policy of the City of Tulsa. And our economic development team is here with us.
So this is pretty straightforward. This is a project that's going to add, I think, 80 new units to downtown, close to the BOK Center area, 3rd and Denver. 50 parking spaces go along with this development. It's been in process for quite some time, and so we're just bringing this over the finish line. It actually started before I think I came on board here, and we're just kind of concluding this project to bring it on board, bring it online, and get those housing units downtown Tulsa.
Mike, did you want to say anything?
No, I'm just here for backup in case there are any other questions that come up along the way.
And you have all the documentation. In fact, we went through the full review committee, all the stuff. So you actually, this is not your first time seeing this project. This is just the final stretch of that project.
Wonderful.
What's the name of it?
What's the name of the project?
3D flats.
3D, that's right.
3D.
Third in Denver,
I got
3D, yeah.
Cool. Please, Counselor Hall Harper, please.
Are these workforce or what type of housing?
So
units will these be?
13 of the units are required to be at a workforce rate. The rest of them can be market.
Oh, a market,
Yes.
and how many total?
80.
Is that right? Okay.
13 affordable, 80 total units.
Affordable or workforce?
Workforce.
Workforce, I'm sorry, workforce.
So like lowercase a affordable. but not
Yes, the capital
uppercase.
W
Yeah.
workforce, which is 80% AMI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Counselor Dutton?
What is the rate for the rest of them?
I do
The
not.
market rate?
I do not know, Counselor. That will be up to the developer to set what is achievable for the project.
Counselor Dr. Wright, did you have your hand up?
Nope.
Okay. Just so that I'm clear, so 2.8 million, this is a loan
This is a loan, yes.
that's repaid back. What's the time frame that's repaid back over?
So I believe this one will be set at a 6-year, yes, it's a 6% interest rate, term length of 6 years.
Okay, great. Any other questions? No, all right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item number 4, ordinance amending the fiscal year 25-26 budget to make supplemental appropriations of $825,400 recognized from unappropriated fund balance within the sales tax redevelopment loan repayment fund. All right.
Morning, Council. Jared Moore, budget. This is appropriating, as you said, $825,400 within the Downtown Development Revolving Fund, and it is related to the resolution that was on the previous item. So we'll put the first loan forward, and Ms. Basile here has more details if you're interested.
Just that we're adding this 825 to some other money that was previously appropriated for another project that did not go through. And so that combined with this 825 will fund that $2.8 million loan. Will be transferred to Teo, Turner Tulsa to fund.
All right.
So this 825 is for a portion of the 2.8 on the previous agenda item.
So there will be, so like this is like the first tranche of money, and then there'll be a second or third?
No, this is the full amount. It's just that there's already been an appropriation, so we'll combine with that, and then we'll have.
And that'll be the
provided-
total 2.8.
Took care of the other two.
Okay. All right, very good. Any other questions? All right.
I have a
Oh,
question,
please.
not for you all. Lori, Councilor Dr. Wright, can you
ma'am.
explain once again, certainly, because you know you have to constantly remind me, the difference between workforce and affordable for
Sure.
viewers?
For our viewers at home, we're talking about affordable with a capital A, which I think is below 30% AMI. By federal definition, AMI is area median income. And then workforce, capital W, housing is for 30% to 80% of AMI. And then, of course, market rate, to Counselor Dutton's question, is going to be different in a downtown new apartment than it would be for like a modest one-bedroom apartment in your community.
Right.
But overall, rents
That's why I
in
asked.
Tulsa are up. And I think we have to repeatedly remind people that even folks who qualify for choice vouchers, otherwise known as Section 8, the choice vouchers are not competitive with the rates in Tulsa right now. So for market rate, downtown, I mean, we're seeing, I don't know, Counselor Bellis and Counselor Hall Harper, we're seeing in your community downtown, what, 1,500 to 2,500 one-bedrooms? And then up from there, even out by Mother Road, I think those units, the bigger ones are like at $35,000 to $4,000 a month, so just something that, when you think about the mortgage that you might be
More than
paying
mortgages.
on your house. And that's something in my community too, as we get new apartments, I have to remind existing neighbors in single-family RS3 housing but their mortgages are what, $1,200 to $1,500 a month, and these one-bedrooms start at that same rate.
What's current AMI?
What's the current AMI? I think for a family of four, just over $60,000 a year. There's like, websites, you can look it up.
Yep.
Wow.
Thanks for asking.
A lot
Yeah,
to
for
remember.
sure. Affordability with a capital A.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you all. Item number 5, ordinance amending the fiscal year 25-26 budget to make supplemental appropriations of $30,000 recognized from grant revenues to be received from the Cortez Family Foundation grant award within the Social and Economic Development Non-Federal Grant Subfund.
Yes, sir, this is appropriating a $30,000 grant award from the Coretz Family Foundation towards the Office of Health and Wellbeing. And Dr. Pasha
Dr.
is
Pasha's
here.
here.
Questions as to its use?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to just speak on?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think our main goal is for this office to be sustainable and get as much much private support as possible. And so the $30,000 is going to help with a few things. It'll help with some program implementation. It'll allow us to do some pilots with some community organizations. It's going to support some of the data and evaluation infrastructure. Also some community engagement. So we'll have some focus groups and some forums, and we'll be able to provide stipends for the community members involved with those. And then just kind of operations, tag support, and kind of office supplies as well.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Councilor Bellis.
Is this interrelated, like, programmatically with that's, was it like 17 million you guys also just got, or is this separate?
This is separate.
Okay.
That we're still working on the agreement with TSET. That'll probably hit you all's desks in the next 6 to 8 weeks, hopefully. So we'll have, I think, probably a much longer conversation about those funds when that comes.
That's exciting.
Anyone else? All right, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pasha. All right, item number 6. Oh, we're doing well. We're going to be out of here in a few minutes. Ordinance amending the fiscal year 25-26 budget to make supplemental appropriations of $157,000 recognized from unappropriated fund balance within the Culture and Recreation Non-Federal Grants Subfund for the Hicks Park parking lot.
Yes, this is, I'll tell the story in two parts. The use is going to be for cost overruns on the Hicks parking lot. The Hicks Rec Center was already an approved project in IOT3 that was in the authorized package. There were some overruns on finishing the parking lot. This money will help them reach the finish line on that. The unappropriated fund balance, these are funds we received back as reimbursement from FEMA back in the storm was in 2023. We received the funds in the previous fiscal year, and they're just holding in cash until approved purposes are requested to use. Specifically, why we're pairing them with this Hicks project is because when the storm came through, we used several existing capital projects to perform repairs on facilities. Kind of we paired existing projects and assets with existing capital projects. And so as the reimbursements came back in, we put the money back to where the original expenses were from the categorical function, at least. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You're going
go
to
ahead.
send in a search and rescue team for all the cars that we lost in the potholes in that parking lot?
Probably not me personally.
No,
Can't
but
wait till
thank
that's
you
finished.
for getting this done. That parking lot is a mess, so appreciate it.
Take your thank you, but there's other people,
Well,
it's
yeah.
not me.
It's a highly, highly
Whose
utilized
district
park.
is
It is.
It's in District 5, it was in District 7 until 2020.
It's mine.
Okay.
It's
I will
more.
pass that on.
Thank you. Thank you. And the rec center is used quite a bit with,
Oh, yeah.
with all the soccer games
Classes.
and everything else that goes on at
Senior
that,
basketball, I mean, they got
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
yeah, at that facility. So thank you for
Yeah.
making it a lot easier for people to get in and out of there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Any other comments or questions? Thank you, Jared.
Thank you so much.
All right, item number 7, change order number 1 to contract number 137542 between the City of Tulsa and Becco Contractors for project number 144017-C and the TMUA-W 15-43 in the amount of $438,220 necessary to replace existing brick stormwater structures and related piping on Utica from Pine Street to Admiral. This is in District 1.
Okay.
Sure. How are you doing?
Good morning, counselors. Paul Zachary, Public Works. This project has been a long-standing project with us from Pine to Admiral on Utica. We have a 16-inch water line we're replacing for the full mile, as well as the 30-inch storm sewer that dates back to some of the original early Mohawk days. But anyhow, when Utica was widened, they did an economical widening. What they did was they left all the inlets and stuff in their current location and then just stubbed pipes out to the new inlet grates that are in the curbs that we have now. So as we try to reuse and utilize the infrastructure, our 16-inch water line going down through there hit about every old brick manhole and inlet that was in the roadway that we could find. And so we are reconstructing everywhere from 4-foot to 6-foot manholes, as well as redoing some of the pipe connections. So basically, we're rebuilding the stormwater system that's been out there for years and years. We thought that we were going to miss, but the manholes were adjusted across there. So we're extending some quantities of existing pay items, but we had to establish pay items for $438,000. And just to give you an idea, this is a $15 million project, and it's about 2.9%, the change order portion toward the project. So with that, we are also adding 217 calendar days, but this way it just kind of cleans it up instead of piecemealing it like we think that it was done the first time. So this is the right way to do it, and we would appreciate your all's support in approving this change order.
Counselor Bangle?
How old is it? You don't have to tell me whether you were an engineer when this was built, but how old are these bricks?
I was not even a glimmer in my parents' eye.
Oh, okay.
The before times.
Yeah. Quite honestly, if you guys have never seen a brick manhole or a brick arch pipe, they're three wythe. It's W-Y-T-H-E, a term, and you go to knock those down, and it's tougher to knock those things down than it is concrete.
Really?
They are, the brick masons were artisans, and they could make something stand up. And, you see all those old smoke towers that were all brick. That's the way these things are built, and they are put together with cement and mortar that we don't have today, so.
They just don't make them like they used to.
That is a true statement for this.
So it
absolutely.
wasn't to be mean. How old are those bricks? Do you know what the age of those bricks are?
I imagine
potentially?
some of those bricks will date back into, they'll have the Tulsa stamp on them.
Is there any way for us to potentially recover those and repurpose those?
On those that are going in, we had that done with sanitary sewer manholes up around Langston, and when we did those, not ideal, but if we find any that are true Tulsa stamp bricks, like what we have in the alleyways, we do salvage those, and we've stacked those. These just may be, they're rudimentary, pretty rough brick.
Okay.
So it might be something that our parents or grandparents may have saved and given their grandkids the deal to knock off all the mortar and repurpose them, but not in this case.
Okay, because I was just always curious, things that were broke previously using different construction and, masonry and brick roads that no longer exist. I think that stuff's pretty significant.
It is neat, it is neat. So if there are any Tulsa bricks found, I'm sure they will salvage those.
Good.
But most of it's going to get picked up and dumped out as soon as it.
Okay.
So what's the date of a Tulsa stamp? That's not giving a year. Yeah.
You're talking 30s, 40s. Yeah, some of them go back, the Tulsa brick plant was open in the 20s. Over there by the
Some of Swan Lake has some of those bricks, because I had a house over there and our basement had it.
Yeah. Yeah, and some of them, some of the deals where the S was stamped in backwards that went on
Yep.
all over, we have found those, and I think everybody in Public Works has at least one of the Tulsa bricks with an S backwards in it stamped.
That's cool.
That's
Somebody
pretty cool.
was setting that.
Yeah.
They realized that they might be making a unique collection for some folks.
Yeah. Well, a unique history.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else? Any
Bricks
comments?
instead of pennies.
That's it.
All right.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much. All right, well, we've done so well today. How about we take 2:30 off? Okay. There is no 2:30 meeting. We will see you live at 5 tonight.